Good morning, everyone, and how are you doing? Welcome to day 3 of our 21-day fast. And so, again, how's it going for you? I hope that, again, that this is an opportunity for you to continue to take steps to connect in your relationship with God. But I guess here's the thing that I want to share with you today, just a quick word of encouragement, and that is, how do we make sure that we're able to see God work over the course of this fast? What is one way that we can ensure that at the end of this 21-day fast, we've been able to recognize, like, God, I saw you here, and I saw you here. How do we do that? Well, here's an example of that we can see in Ezra chapter 8, verses 21 through 23. And there, by the Ahaz Canal, I gave orders for all of us to fast and humble ourselves before our God. We prayed that he would give us a safe journey and protect us, our children, and our goods as we traveled. So we fasted and earnestly prayed that our God would take care of us, and he heard our prayer. Now, let me give you a quick background on what's happening here. At this point, Israel is in captivity in Babylon. And the door has opened for them to actually be able to go back. The king, Artaxerxes, has had a change of heart in many ways. And so what he's done is he's opened the door for Israel to be able to travel back to Jerusalem. So this guy named Ezra, really godly person, Artaxerxes talks with him and says, hey, go back, and whoever wants to go to Jerusalem with you to volunteer and rebuild, go ahead, and you can bring them with you. And then Ezra asked the people to pray, because here's what he said to the king. He said to the king, oh, we don't need your escort. We'll be fine. We don't need military support. We're going to be okay because we believe that our God is going to take care of us. And then he realizes that he says that, and so he's embarrassed now to go back to the king and say, hey, can we get a military escort now? So what he does is he says to everyone, let's fast, let's pray for God's protection. And they actually make it back to Jerusalem, and they're able to start to rebuild the temple as a result of it. And so with this in mind, what is one way you can specifically be able to see God at work is make a list. What are the things that you're praying for God to do over the course of this fast? And then what happens is every time you would normally partake of whatever it is that you are fasting from, then you will pray specifically over that list. So actually make a list and just pray, hey God, what are some ways that you want me to see you at work in my life? And then actually begin to write down and make a list. So for example, the number one on my list is I'm praying for protection for my family when it comes to the coronavirus. Number 2, I'm praying for our staff and for its protection. 3, I'm praying for America as a whole and for its protection and for wisdom for the doctors and for wise decisions to be made known. I'm also praying for our church. Our church is not a unique position right now. A lot of churches are looking at how are we going to be okay financially through this process. So I'm praying for that. So there's a list of things that I have that I'm praying for. Some of you might be saying, well, Ken, God already answered one of your prayers. Look, I see that you're a Tampa Bay fan, and you must have been fasting and praying for Tom Brady. I was praying for success. God gave us Tom Brady as a gift, but we'll see what it amounts to. But other than that, seriously, I want to encourage you, make a list of where you would love to see God at work in your life. And again, make sure God is a part of that process. Ask him too, God, where do you want me to see you at work in my life? Make your list, and I would love to hear what God is at work and what God is doing. So can you do me a favor? I would also love to pray with you and pray for you. Send me your list. You can email it to me. You can Facebook message it to me or Instagram message it to me. But send us your list, and we would love the opportunity to be able to pray for you. And how's your journey going? We would love to be able to hear about that as well. Well, take care. God bless you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.